Marco Jacobs Media.
He's still trying, learning.
We understand. We cater for everybody. Guys ready? Cameras, everybody ready? As I've got Coach Ivan van Rooyen and Captain Franco one with us. If we can start with English first, then we'll move on to Afrikaans. That's fine with everybody. Can we start by show of hands?
That's just general thoughts. He feels like probably when they got away. Felt like you were in control simply first half and for large periods there.
Yeah, I think we played well enough to get the win. One or two moments, we bounced 30 minutes back from a cricket pitch. That's the game. It's the small margins. I'm really proud of the effort. Really proud of the solutions. I think we lost 2 5 lots in 20 minutes. Probably haven't even trained for us at 5. So to come in and find solutions, great character, great fight. Spoke a lot this week about staying in the moment, finding a way to come back, and I think we showed it for 80 minutes. 1 or 2 calls that could have gone either way, probably didn't go our way, and I think that's probably the difference.
Ivan, you spoke about the injuries. Can you give us an update? How serious or what's the situation?
We believe that Notis is fine. He's at the hospital getting scans. What I heard is hopefully it's fine. Sounds fine.
Just concussion.
Hopefully.
As a follow-up, you had a similar scenario last year where you had a really good patch, especially early in the season, 4 games on the trot. Then you had a couple of losses, and then you seemed to lose momentum. I think you won 2 of the next 12. Are you on the verge of doing the same? That you had a really good patch, and then you lost those 2 games on 2, and now you've lost another one. How do you turn that around? You don't go into the same slump as you did last year.
I think the performance today, probably the most informed team in world rugby currently. I'm surprised if we get into a slump after a performance like this. I'm really proud of the effort. Last week away, we knew we couldn't travel with everyone. It would have made sense to travel with everyone, adding fatigue, adding travel. So even though after the game we felt we were good enough to win the game, after we were really frustrated and disappointed with the loss against Benetton at home. So yeah, I can't see that happening, to be honest.
And you got a bit of a break, so are you planning anything in the guys just going away?
Yeah, a week off, spending Christmas with family and friends, then back on that Monday we'll play the Sharks.
Coachy, a kicking game. Yeah, just looking at the kicking game, I think you guys had like 24 kicks in the game that you made. They made about 18. Clear tactic. I think it worked a lot in the first half. Just from your perspective there, what was the plan?
Definitely can't kick it long against the Stormers. They'll counter-attack all day long. So with their physical presence in the fence, you also don't want to overplay too much, because every breakdown that you create on the wrong area is opportunity for someone like Paul to steal the ball. So I think our kicking game was exceptional today. Like I said, the ball bounced probably a meter and a half from Kewan all the way back to Quibus to get the ball. Apart from that, scored a try with some good kicking game. Really applied some pressure, got some opportunity to counter-attack.
Also your kick scent was very well. That's where they fumbled a lot as well.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think we've been getting it right most of the games. Probably lost that battle against Benetton, but the rest of it. Last week in Newcastle we played 100 plus kilometers an hour wind, so that then any kicking game is difficult. But I think it's currently one of our strengths.
Says Franco, you guys had 22-meter entries. You guys had 10. They had 4. Yeah, just your feels on that, and maybe just sum up the scrums, because that's where I think they pulled a bit of a plug there.
Yeah, obviously, like you guys mentioned, first off, we had a lot of opportunities. One or two unlucky where SA was over the try line, just couldn't control it. Big moment in the game. And then now at the end, 2 minutes to go to concede holding, 50-50 call. But yeah, we need to be better and more accurate there. And then on the scrums, I mean, I'm in the back of the scrum. It was one for them, one for us, one for them, one for us. So can't really say they dominated. We can't say we dominated. The pitch also probably played a bit of part there. But overall, I think with 2 5-locks going down and everybody have to reshuffle the set piece worked actually quite well.
So coach, just on the scrums though, it looks like when the Lions were in the ascendancy, a lot of the times then the Stormers would come back with a very dominant scrum there and then also then have that momentum. Was that frustrating to them?
I think the inconsistency there was more frustrating than the outcome of the thing. So some of it, I think the Stormers went quite early. Some of it was us not maybe being aggressive on the hit. I did think they did catch us once or twice on the hit and were more dominant there. But when it was an equal contest, I think we stayed in the fight quite nicely. And they did manage from 1 or 2 molds where they got a tendency to keep us under pressure there and keep us pinned us there.
Even you guys played it looked as if you guys identified the sun from the kickoffs possibly as a factor. Is that correct? Because clearly the Stormers were, in that spot that you guys were kicking off, they were struggling. Is that something specifically that you guys, sort of looked at and say, listen, that's something we can use to our advantage?
The stadium is so nice that probably the one area where the sun can play a factor is that side. Good kick from Chris, to be honest. I think the hard surface allowed the ball to bounce quite nice, so you can kick it high. And then some good pressure and chase. And the wind wasn't a significant factor, but I think it was enough just to influence the ball a little bit. I think the one up here moved late. The one on the pod probably moved a little bit late. So maybe a beautiful storm, but it did play a factor, especially in that first one.
Franco, we spoke about the scrums now, and you say it was 50-50. Were you also frustrated with the breakdown? I mean, that seemed to we're too far away, so where we sat, we couldn't see exactly what was going on. Were you frustrated, or was it just something that went wrong with the team?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the stats at the moment, but I don't think we lost so many breakdowns. I think defensively there was 1 or 2 errors from a player, maybe not seeing the same pictures as the ref. Obviously, the last one that we lost in at 22 is a bit of a frustration. Like I said, it is a 50-50 call. But we'll need to. I mean, the Stormers have good fetchers. They go really hard at the breakdown, and I think for most part of the game we did nullify it. So we'll just have to sharpen up on that 1 or 2 incidents on attack, and then on defense just to read the pictures better and to give a better picture to the ref when we can be dominant there.
Yeah. And in conclusion, what would your message be to the Lions supporters? I mean, you guys have been so close to the playoffs. What is your message to the supporters?
I'm massively proud of the team. Keep on backing us. Come support us. I think if you look at the game, never gave up. 15 minutes to go, 14 points in it, and we really rallied back until the last 2 minutes. Just keep on supporting. The loss hurts, but there's a lot of positives that we can take forward. And luckily in rugby, there is a game in the next 2 weeks again, another SA derby, another opportunity.
Really sure is happening. Can you remember what we talked about? Last one?
Hoe moeilijk is het om as Paul de Villiers in vorm te hou op die veld? Het hy iets aan die Stormers gebring, wat hulle nou miskien 'n moeilike span maak?
Ek dink hy's baie soos wat Dion vir gespeel het. Ek dink hy perfek vir hulle so ingeslot. Dit was 'n talking point geweest in die game, in die week. En ek dink ons het redelik om genullify. Ek dink hy het ook 1 turnover. Ek sien, soos ek sê, ek is nou nie al die stats nie, maar ek dink ons het redelik vir meeste van die tyd kon ons 'n bietjie nullify. So
Dink jy die kontinuïteit wat julle gehad het vir al in die eerste helft het 'n redelike groot rol gespeel? En jy sê by die afbreekpunt natuurlik die bal bietjie lewendig te hou, dit maak dit 'n bietjie moeiliker vir die ouens om die bal stadiger te maak.
Ja, definitief. Ek meen as jy kyk na ons eerste 3, ouens mooi met draai gekom, 2, 3 goeie offloads, 3. Ons kort net meer daarvan. Soos ek gesê het, Essie wat oor die lyn die bal genak het, daar was ook 2, 3 offloads. Etienne wat vir Krappie gegee het, net kort van die lyn, daai breakdown wat ons aangeslaan het. So, as ons net daai klein goed kan opskerp, veral wanneer ons 5 meter, 10 meter van die lyn afkom en opponente onder meer druk sit, en ons kan met 14 punte in halftyd ingaan in plaas van 7, dan sit dit groter druk op die ander spanne.
Ivan, om aan te sluit by wat Franco nou gesê het, het was oplettend oor die laaste paar wedstryde, maar veral as julle daai 7 punt voorsprong het. Dit lyk asof daar 'n soort van 'n, ek wil nou nie sê oorgretigheid nie, maar op sekere kritieke tye verloor julle besit. Daai op van daai mall af binnekant toe, waar julle op die voorvoet, absoluut op die voorvoet was. Essie het die bal wat onder druk uitgegee is daar vir hom. Hoe verander jy daai as 'n afrigter? En hoe kry jy jou manne om daai besluite te neem wat vir julle daai 2-3 voorsprong of toeskol voorsprong gaan gee?
Goeie vraag, eerstens. Jy wil dit nie wegvat nie. As jy dit wegvat, is ons nie die eerste 3 gedruk nie. Ander oefen, soveel as moontlik onder druk sit, soveel as moontlik in situasies sit vir besluitneming. Ons is goed as ons speel, so ons gaan moet meer speel, ek dink. 10 teen, as jy na Stormers kyk, partykeer gee jy nie breakdowns om te contest en om die bal stadig te maak. So, dit is iets wat ons, is waar ons praat in terme van skep meer geleenthede. Met ervaring, met daai situasie, so meer hierdie probeer replicate, meer 40,000 mense speel, nog meer caps. Dis die een manier, die ander manier is van die afrigters se kant af is probeer dit oor en oor onder druk en of omstandighede oefen.
Ivan, jy het genoem ervaring en caps. Dink jy, as ek kyk na die Stormers, selfe taktiek wat die Bokke aanwend om die so te sê die bomsquad aan te neem. Dink jy julle het genoeg diepte om ook die tipe skei te maak in 'n wedstryd?
As die bal vorentoe geholp het van Kieran se skop af, het ek vir jou gesê. Het is 'n klein margins is soos Eddie, natuurlijk met Barisbak 10 die grootste rugby wedstryd in sy lewe gespeel het. Great geleentheid vir hom vandag. As die RF is 2-23 jaar oud. Ek dink om Junior het 'n groot verskil gemaak vandag. Ek dink hy het regtig van die bank af gekom en 'n regtig groot impak gehad. Ons is jonk. Van die Stormers is ook jonk. Vandag dink ek maak 'n groot verskil. Bring die kalmte, bring goeie game management. Jy tyd op 1, 2 en 3 om die breakdown te anders geen protes te kan snaak. So ek gaan nie hier sit en sê onervare of ons is te jong vandag gewees nie. Help ervaring, ek dink ervaring help, maar waar ons heiliglik is die spelers wat ons het en ons is ek seker nie reg om te sit en na afloop te sê ons is opgewonde. Ons is regtig opgewonde oor waar ons is en wat ons gaan.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.